explain what a planar driver is. You have 5 minutes.
Well, we know real good what it is because, first of all, we know it's flat.
What's in the name?
Flat.
And it has nothing to do with flat Earth or any of that. It's just flat.
Maybe, though.
Maybe. I don't know. That's true. It does have an edge. You could fall off it. Do you
guess.
fall on flat Earth? Do you fall off the Earth? Can you
I think there's some theory to
There's like an
define-
ice,
Yeah.
like all the way
There's a
around.
thing.
It's a whole
yeah.
thing.
That sounds like a lot of work.
You know, some guy recently did go look for the edge of the Earth on a
Running out
sailing
of
thing.
time
That's neither here nor there.
Yeah. Well, back in the day when they had sailing ships and stuff, they thought what did have an edge, right?
Okay.
Because they
Well,
figured
yeah.
they'd go at the ocean.
Some people
Planar
still do.
headphone driver thing.
Yeah.
Planar. They're
Yeah.
flat.
You want me to describe
Unlike
it?
a ribbon, which is crooked, bent, accordioned.
Accordion.
You need to
yes.
get more involved in this.
Yeah.
Describe what a planar headphone is or a driver itself.
So go for it.
But I just did the last one.
Okay. Well, you go for it.
Yeah, you go.
We all know what it is, so someone just start.
Okay.
We have 4 minutes. That's a plenty of time to talk about a flat
Plenty of
driver.
Okay. Well, in a standard dynamic, you got a voice coil,
Yeah.
but in a planar, you take that voice coil and spread it out essentially
What's a
across
voice
the.
coil?
Oh yeah, a coil of wire.
It's the conductive material on the drive that the power goes through on the driver.
Yes.
Yes.
It's either in a dynamic, it's a piece of wire that's wrapped around a former or a voice
Well,
coil.
it could be form or less.
So typically,
yeah.
audio drivers are developing a magnetic field to counter a stationary magnetic field. So there's a magnet somewhere, and you're putting electrical current through a wire to create a magnetic field that's variable to the music, to the audio. And it's opposing the stationary magnet that causes motion in some sort of physical thing to move air. Typical headphones use what's called a dynamic driver, basically like a little cone thing with a little, I bang my mic, little wire on the back.
It's like a
moves
speaker.
through a magnet, right?
Speaker,
Moves a
probably
little-
no speakers.
Yeah, speaker. You've seen
You've seen
drivers,
it.
right? Moves
Yeah.
the. I bang my mic again.
Okay, maybe less arm flailing.
Yeah, less planar. It
3
moves the little
minutes.
cone thing up and down, right? Moves
Yeah.
air, you hear it. Planar, basically the same thing, but it's a really thin, flat sheet instead of a cone thing, and the actual coil wire thing is deposited on the top surface. Very, very thin. The difference is it has very little mass relative to a conventional design.
Yeah, so it's fast.
Much faster, tends to make it have more accurate sound.
Well, maybe we should explain real quick. Mass is kind of your enemy in drivers,
Right.
Because what it means is mass is geared with momentum. Where the driver moves in one direction, now it's heavy. So first of all, it's not as quick to move. The voice coil's pulling it in one direction. It's heavy. It's got mass. So there's a delay there where it pulls it. Now, because it has mass, it has to move back to its resting spot or where it came from. Again, the mass slows that down a bit, which is the easy way to describe it, versus a very thin planar diaphragm that has almost negligible mass, so it can move much quicker and faster.
Yeah.
So it tends to have more impact. The result tends to be just a better impact in bass.
It's more of a thud rather than a whoosh. Because it doesn't need to get up to speed as quick. It kind of just starts moving right away.
Yeah, it's quick.
Yeah.
But again, think about it too. There's other factors involved. How strong is the magnet behind it?
That's a big one.
Ton of factors,
Magnets make a big difference. Same with dynamic drivers. Big woofers usually. If you look at a subwoofer or something in a car, the magnet's like
Some are huge,
Giant
yeah.
magnets.
yeah, they weigh. We're talking 20 pounds, right? These are heavy.
And even within the planar magnetic spectrum, there's a huge range of variables.
Sure.
Of course, tons of different designs and methodologies, but the basic concept is thin, flat membrane, thin trace pattern deposited on it. Whereas very different design with a conventional headphone, coil of physical copper wire usually glued or adhered somehow to the back of a cone.
Yeah, and you'll see magnets on the front and the back of most of these planar drivers, sometimes just one side and not both.
Yeah.
Magnaplanar comes to mind. They make speakers, and they have a lot of
magnets.
There's full size speakers with thin magnets, bar magnets going all the way up and down, and
It's like a magnet factory.
huge diaphragm in front of it.
Yeah.
Massive planar diaphragm. So anyway, bottom line is we went that way with ours, obviously because we thought it was the superior way to make sound with a
we talked
headphone.
about that in other videos.
Yeah. So, but that's in a nutshell. I'd say that's the easiest way to explain it. It's
30 seconds.
a quick, flat.
We don't need
Drive.
that extra time.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
We could talk
Mic
about
drop.
something else.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a little cold out today.
Do you keep a sledgehammer next to your 90s printer?
Not usually, no. I don't have
What if
any
it makes a
90s
weird
printer.
noise?
I don't know. You throw it in a dumpster
That's
out
right.
back.
And you buy another 90s printer?
If you have a gun, you could shoot it.
I
But
don't want any of that modern 90s printers. With the old 90s printers.
here we go. Anyway, I think we've had enough. We might as well say goodbye.
6 seconds.
6 seconds, 5. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Take care of yourselves.